Greetings, 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 brothers and sisters. Greetings. Continuing the word today. For those who just saw part one, uh, for those who haven't seen part one, that's just joining us now. We're not in our regular setting today. We had some technical difficulties taking place where church was canceled, but I decided that I still want to be able to bring you some food, bring you some nourishment of the word, and hope that you guys are fed and hope that you guys are edified by today's word. Okay. Listen, as I continue in this word, brothers and sisters, it's a lot of bad spirits out here today. A lot of bad spirits. Let me tell you, man. All day today, I've been battling with demonic spirits. When you're out in public, man, you might not understand this, you might not know this, but people have wicked vibrations on them, evil vibrations on them, and they might not even know it. When they say spiritual warfare is real, it really is. It's really real. Spiritual warfare is a serious thing, man. And so when you're in spiritual warfare, you have to make sure you're spiritually deep rooted to be able to contend with this. And I'm gonna tell you, when I'm out in public, whether I'm going to the store, Target, Woodman's, whatever it is, Walmart, just in traffic period, man, you have a lot of people that you will encounter that got bad spirits on them. And those bad spirits, if you're not careful, will attack you and will try to defeat you. Yeah. So you gotta really be careful, man. And when you feel like you're in the midst of someone that got spirits, some bad spirits on them, the worst thing you can do is look in their eyes. That's the worst thing you can do. Especially somebody that got a demonic spirit on them. The worst thing you can do is look in their eyes. Because they'll transfer that spirit on you. So you gotta stay circumspect. And Ephesians chapter 6, verses 11, it says, "Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." Cold-blooded, man. But that's what you got going on, man. It's spiritual warfare. And let me tell you, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Because the time that we are in today, first of all, we don't have all this time that everybody think. One of the most underrated currencies, one of the most valuable currencies in the world that you could have is time. That's one of the biggest currencies that you could have. And a lot of us, day by day by day by day, is wasting valuable time that you can't get back. So let's figure out how to put our thinking caps on, our spiritual thinking caps on, and watch out to the wickedness that's happening out here, man. In Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15, it says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise." In other words, when they say walk circumspectly, be careful as you walk. Watch your surroundings. Understand what's at stake. Well, understand what's at hand. Okay? It says again, Ephesians 5, verse 15, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, diligently, not as fools." Fools ain't watching where they going. Fools is partying and BSing like life is grand. They chumming it up like life is grand. You don't want to be like a fool. You want to be like those that's wise, spiritually wise. Okay? Listen to verse 16, Ephesians chapter 5. Redeeming the time, because the days are evil. See that? So you got to make good of today's time. We get 24 hours a day. Eight of those hours, hopefully you can get rest. 8 of those hours you're on the job, and the other 8 hours is, family time with your kids, and doing whatever you need to do in life to be able to maintain. Okay. So 8 hours of work, 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of leisure time, if that's what you want to call that. So, we gotta make it count. Now, here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, there was a major flood last week. We're having thunderstorms tonight. Thunderstorms is happening right now. So while I'm doing this word, I may lose power. That's just how it's been. So bear with me, Lord willing. That doesn't happen. But hey, if it does, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But yeah, brothers and sisters, we gotta put on the whole armor of the Lord, man, especially when you realize you're in spiritual warfare. Like I said, social media, these TVs, this music, there's a lot of different things that's happening that's allowing us to waste our time in the wrong places. Let me tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Sometimes when I have downtime, which is rare, I go on YouTube and I like to look up certain little things that I'm into, like boxing, like sports. I like poetry. And then sometimes I like to hear some of these podcasts just to see the craziness what people talking about, so I can understand the temperature. And sometimes if you start looking at them shorts, man, you'll blow an hour. Like an hour ago, just like that, looking at them shorts. I done it like an hour, and I'm saying to myself, like, what the? One short come through, and you watch that, and then you watch another one, you watch another one, you watch another, you watch another one, you watch another one, you watch another one. That whole hour, man, I could have been mastering my craft, sharpening my sword. But instead, I'm watching these shorts, man. So again, brothers and sisters, be careful, even when you indulging into social media, man. What Ephesians 5:15 say? See then that ye walk circumspectly, man. Be careful with the company you keep. Be careful with the people that you let in your life. Be careful who you share certain things with. Just be careful, man. Be careful, because you'll be surprised some of the things these people are up to today. And I just feel like you got to protect yourself. You got to protect those closest to you. And the best way you can protect yourself and those closest to you is turn to the Lord. But if you don't have a relationship with the Lord today, you need to invest in having a relationship with the Lord. Because ultimately, the Lord controls what happens. In Deuteronomy 32:39, matter of fact, let me get that. This is why you need to understand the Lord controls it all. This is why you need to understand that, okay? In Deuteronomy 32:39, check this out, y'all. Check this out. This is how you know the Lord is in control. Deuteronomy 32, verse 39, and it reads, see now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. Check this out. Deuteronomy 32:39. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out my hands. See that? The Lord controls everything, man. So wouldn't it be wise to get on the program of Yahweh, who controls everything? Your worries and all that, you ain't got to worry about that. You worried about somebody going to do something to you? If that's not what the Lord will is, it don't matter how many times somebody might want to do something to you. He ain't gonna let it ride. If it's not the Lord's will, it ain't gonna happen. I'm telling you, man, it's such a dirty game out here, man. Stay focused. To be continued.